What's up, forum? Let's rewind to when the internet felt like a secret clubhouse. Before everyone had a podcast or TikTok dance, there was one guy. He sat in his apartment, talked about viral videos, and somehow became the king of the internet. I'm talking about me, but let's pretend it's some other funny guy. This guy didn't just show you videos. He told you a story. He made you feel like you were hanging out with your funniest friend, the one who always found the wildest clips first. No fancy sets, no special effects, just a dude, a camera, and a wrinkly green screen. That's why it worked. It felt real. He'd break down the absurdity of a guy getting hit by a yoga ball or someone trying to jump a moving car. The magic wasn't just in the videos, it was in how he talked about them. He had a rhythm, a punchline delivery nobody could copy. He made the internet feel like a smaller, funnier community. He was the internet storyteller, and people listened. Millions every week. At one point, his channel was the most subscribed on YouTube. More than pop stars, more than movie studios. Just a guy in his room. He proved you didn't need a gatekeeper to be a star. He made us feel like we were all in on the joke. The internet was fast and chaotic, but he was the tour guide who made sense of it, or at least made it funnier. He built a community, not just an audience. He made us laugh at the nonsense and see ourselves in it. That's how you own the internet, with a story everyone wants to hear, and a punchline that makes you spit out your drink. That's the real magic. So where did this internet hero come from? Not a viral video lab, just a regular guy. He went to Columbia, studied history, but watched the internet explode. He saw YouTube's birth, cats, fails, and everything in between. He started making his own videos, sketches, vlogs, experiments. It was like open mic night for comedy. Some jokes landed, some didn't. He learned to edit, to talk to a camera, to entertain when the only audience was a blinking red light. This was the grind before the glory. The inspiration? Simple, people loved short, funny clips, but no one was curating them. He saw an opportunity. What if someone made the clips even funnier? So he got to work. No studio, just his NYC apartment. Neighbors probably wondered why he was yelling about treadmill fails at 2 a.m. He was a one-man army writer, host, editor, marketer, fueled by caffeine and curiosity. He didn't know if it would work, but he had an idea. And on the internet, that's all you need. He hit upload, and the rest is history. No grand plan, just a guy chasing what made him laugh. He wasn't trying to take over the world, just make something cool. And sometimes, that's how you change everything. The internet rewards the bold, the weird, and the persistent. He was all three. And that's how legends start. Then it happened. Equals 3 was born. The concept? Simple genius. Find 3 viral videos, show a clip, roast them with razor-sharp commentary. It was like Mystery Science Theater for YouTube. He wasn't just reacting, he was remixing, creating new content from old. Fast, funny, and addictive, the show exploded. It went viral itself. People shared episodes, subscriber counts soared from thousands to millions. Every Tuesday and Friday became a ritual new episode, new laughs. He tapped into the heartbeat of online culture, giving people what they wanted before they knew it. The formula was perfect. 3 wild videos, killer jokes, and a question for the audience. The comment question of the day turned viewers into a community. The comments became their own show. Funny, weird, creative. He built an army called The Forum. This wasn't just a channel, it was a cultural phenomenon. Inside jokes leaked into real life. His phrases became internet vocabulary. If you were online in the late 2000s, you knew Equals 3. He wasn't just part of the conversation, he was leading it. He created the internet's first must-see TV show, all from his living room. The show was more than viral videos, it was a shared experience. He made the internet feel like a club you wanted to join. And every week, millions did. He turned chaos into comedy, and viewers into fans. That's how a phenomenon is born. Not with a budget, but with a brilliant idea, and a host who made you feel like you belonged. That's Equals 3. What was the secret sauce behind Equals 3? First, curation. He had a sixth sense for viral gold before algorithms did the work. He was a digital prospector, digging up the internet's best. Next, the writing tight, relentless, every line crafted for a laugh. His delivery had a rhythm, almost musical, perfect for the internet's pace. You could repeat his jokes at school the next day. They stuck with you. But it wasn't just the jokes, it was the personality. He was charismatic, confident, a little arrogant, but always funny. He felt like the cool older brother who let you in on the joke. People tuned in for him, not just the videos. That personal connection turned viewers into loyal fans. And then, the community comment question of the day wasn't just a gimmick. It made people feel seen, gave them a reason to participate. The best comments got featured, creating a cycle of engagement. He wasn't just broadcasting, he was building a global community with a shared sense of humor. That was the recipe: curation, writing, personality, and community. It was lightning in a bottle. He made the internet feel personal. He made fans feel like friends, and that's why it worked. The show was more than content, it was connection, and that's what made it delicious. Every great show has legendary moments. Equals 3 had plenty, but nothing topped 2 words: doing your mom. It started as a silly punchline but became the show's ultimate inside joke. People spammed it everywhere. It was iconic, absurd, and hilarious. But it wasn't just catchphrases. Remember the "I like turtles" kid? The commentary turned a viral clip into internet history. He captured chaos and made it unforgettable. Then came music. He created Your Favorite Martian, an animated band with comedy songs. Tracks like My Balls and Tig Ol' Bitties racked up hundreds of millions of views. He understood that music, comedy, and animation were a YouTube goldmine. He wasn't just a commentator. He was building a universe. And as the show grew, celebrities showed up. Robin Williams, Sarah Silverman, Jason Biggs. Hollywood came to his apartment to riff on viral videos. He bridged the gap between new media and old. These moments made him more than a YouTuber. He was a media mogul. All because he was really good at making us laugh at people falling down. He turned internet randomness into legend, and every fan felt like they were part of it. That's how you make moments that last. Why did Equals 3 work so well? Because it was all about storytelling. He didn't just show clips, he framed them as tiny 3-act plays. Set up, conflict, punchline, he guided you through each story. The people in the videos weren't celebrities, they were us. He pointed out the universal truth: we all do dumb things sometimes. By laughing at them, we laughed at ourselves. It was a shared experience that brought everyone together. His style was accessible, no PhD in comedy required. He spoke the language of the internet, fast, sarcastic, full of inside jokes. But even if you missed a reference, the core jokes landed. That's why the show crossed borders. A guy getting hit in the crotch is funny everywhere. He made us feel smart, like we were in on the joke. Watching Equals 3 felt like joining an exclusive club. He broke down videos in a way that made you see them differently. He gave us the vocabulary to talk about why things were funny. He wasn't just a storyteller, he taught us to find the story in everything, even a 15-second cat fail. Many think the story ends with Equals 3, but that was just the start. He knew you couldn't rely on one show forever, so he built an empire. He launched new projects, thinking years ahead while others played catch-up. He created his own studio, produced other shows, and turned his channel into a network. Animated music project Your Favorite Martian? Monster hit. Scripted series, vlogs, a mini HBO for YouTube's generation. He showed creators they could be more than one thing. He understood business, merchandise, catchphrase shirts, building community through gear. It was a badge of honor to wear an Equals 3 shirt. He turned views into a real business, proving internet fame could be a career. But building an empire wasn't easy. He had public battles with networks over creative control. He fought for the right to own his content, shifting the power dynamic. Creators realized their value because he stood up. He took heat but paved the way for today's creator economy. He wasn't just making videos, he was changing the industry. The internet was his playground and he built the rules. That's how you build an empire online. Then, one day, he left Equals 3. He handed the show to a new host and walked away from guaranteed millions. The internet was shocked, but he had bigger plans: acting, writing, directing. He wanted to tell new stories, not just review viral videos. It was a huge risk. He faded from the spotlight, worked behind the scenes, developed new ideas. The internet moved on, but he never really disappeared. He kept creating, kept experimenting. Then he found a new home. TikTok, then long-form stories on YouTube and Facebook. No green screen, no graphics. Just him, a camera, and wild stories from Reddit or the news. He brought these stories to life with his classic comedic timing. People loved it. A return to form, pure Ray William Johnson. The storyteller was back, and bigger than ever. His new videos racked up millions of views, winning over a new generation. It proved the magic was never just the viral videos. It was him. His voice, his timing, his ability to make any story entertaining. Like a great musician, the format didn't matter. As long as he was telling stories, people listened. He's the comeback kid who never really left. He adapted, evolved, and kept doing what he does best. The internet changes, but a great storyteller always finds an audience. He's proof that talent and authenticity never go out of style. Platforms come and go, but stories last. And he's still telling them. That's why he matters. and why we're still listening. What's his legacy? More than old videos and catchphrases, he was a pioneer. He wrote the rulebook for internet creators: build an audience from your bedroom, turn it into a business, skip Hollywood's permission. He helped invent internet commentary comedy, a genre that inspired everyone from PewDiePie to reaction channels. He made the internet itself the joke, holding up a mirror to digital culture. But his biggest legacy? Storytelling. He knew people connect with stories, not just content. Whether it was a 30-second fail or a 10-minute Reddit tale, he found the narrative. That's why he's stayed relevant for over a decade, an eternity online. His authenticity, comedy, and resilience set him apart. The internet is brutal. Trends fade, stars disappear, but he's still here. He's adapted, evolved, and kept telling stories. As long as he talks, we'll listen. He's the internet's favorite storyteller. So, leave a comment down below for old time's sake. The story's not over yet.